Hello, in this video I'm going to show you how to invite your initial class to your Apple Classroom. Also how to invite students that may be absent the day you do the initial invite or join your class late. And also how to remove students that may have moved out of the district and are no longer in your class. So first we're going to open up that teacher folder and tap on the Apple Classroom app right here. Now remember, only the teacher device needs to have the Apple Classroom app. The student devices do not need the app to make this work. We're then going to tap on the class that we just created in the first session, which is the Mrs. Masty's class. When you do your initial invite, you're going to see this blue button down in the bottom middle that you're going to tap on to get your special 4-digit code. This is the code that students will type into their device to accept your invitation into your class. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to invite one of my students first and show you the teacher view so you can see what it looks like. Then I'll switch over to a student view and show you the steps that a student will take in order to add your class. So on my student device, I'm going to look up the class name and tap on it. The very first time I do need to name my iPad, and then I'm going to type in that 4-digit code, 6518. The student's going to tap add, and you'll see them pop up right here. This is kind of like a little holding pattern for all of your students before you do the official add to your class. You want to wait and add the students all at once, because every time you click the invite button, it will produce a new 4-digit code. So you can use this as a total up here of how many students have been added to your course. So if you have 15 students in class today and you only have 14 students listed up here, then you know that one of the students is still working on adding your class. So now I'm going to pause and switch over to my student device so you can see which steps a student needs to take in order to be added to your Apple Classroom class. So this is my student device, and I'm going to show you the steps that students will take in order to add to your Apple Classroom. They're first going to open this folder down here that says Help Center, and then they're going to tap on the Settings gear. This is why the students don't need the Apple Classroom app. So you can see over here, once I initiate the invite, the Apple Classroom app will pop up down here. You can see it took just a couple seconds to pop up, so have your students be patient if they don't see it right away. If they don't see this Apple Classroom app pop up underneath Bluetooth, then make sure that they're pulling down on their screen to go up to the top, or you can check these 3 things. Make sure airplane mode is turned off, make sure that they are on the CCS Wi-Fi and not the CCS guest Wi-Fi, and make sure that the Bluetooth is on. If you're still having trouble, sometimes it's helped to tap on Bluetooth and disconnect Bluetooth and reconnect Bluetooth, and then sometimes it connects. Also make sure that your teacher device is on the CCS Wi-Fi and not the guest Wi-Fi. So once you see the classroom symbol pop up, we're going to tap on it on the student device. Then students should see your class name up here in blue. They're going to tap on that blue text and have a pop-up window. The very first time they go into the iPad, they'll be asked to type in their name. So I have named this device Student 2. When you tap in the top column, it will prompt the students with a keyboard. They can type in their name and then click the Hide Keyboard. Then they'll want to tap on these 4 dashes right here in order to type in the 4-digit code. A keyboard will pop up with numbers on it, although it's not popping up on my mirrored screen. So I'm going to tap in that 4-digit code, which was 6518. Remember that that code changes every time you initiate a separate invite. Then the student's going to hit this blue add button. This is the step that some students forget. So if you're not connecting with all the students in your room, you may want to walk around the room and see if one of your students has forgotten to click this button. Once they do this, you can tell the students they know that they're successful when they see Waiting for Teacher with this little spinner right here. That's all the steps the students need to do. They can actually exit out of settings, and I'm going to switch back to the teacher device to show you the final steps. So now that we've added our 2 students, and this is the students that are in my class just for today, I'm going to click the Add button since all of my students are in class, and you can see that they've been added to my schedule right here. So one of them is in Teacher Monster to Read, and one of them is Geoboard, and we'll go over more details about monitoring student screens in another video. However, if you have to add students after the fact, maybe they are absent and you want to add them on a separate day, the Invite Code button goes up to the top right corner. If you tap that, it will give you a new 4-digit code that works the same as the other one. So it just kind of moved to a different spot. I'm going to tap Cancel for now. If you need to remove a student from your course, you're going to hold down on that student and you're going to tap that Remove from Class button. Another message that you might see is a student that has tried to remove themselves from your class. We do have a couple tech-savvy students who have tried to figure out how to do that. So I'm going to show you what that looks like on the teacher view so that you don't get alarmed if you see this message. So if I have a student that taps the request to remove from class, which they have to go through a couple settings options to get there, most students won't be able to find this, but we do have a couple students that figure this out. You may see a message pop up like this that they've requested to leave your class. All you have to do is tap on that blue keep button and everything will just go back to normal. You can also talk to that student and tell them that they should not be pushing on those buttons. So this is a kind of a nice program to use to monitor your student devices, and there'll be more videos that will show you details about how to get the best out of your Apple Classroom class.